Who are you?
A 10 Shadow user.
Tyler, the Creator!
Yes.
Welcome to Vancouver.
Recently, I listened to Tyler, the Creator's new album, and it was good. I am not glazing it like some people, but it was certainly one of his better albums. My favorite song was probably Saint Chroma itself. I really liked the build-up on it. I really felt like the album had a bit of potential. And speaking of potential, we're going to talk about Potential Man. Not specifically Potential Man, but his powers, the 10 Shadows. The main question is, what if Tyler, the Creator, had the 10 Shadows technique? Basically, I'm going to try and find which animals would be the best fit for a Shikigami, and how Tyler, the Creator, would use them in combat. Sorry if the reasons for me picking these are not really good, but I didn't have much to go off of, and I'm already stretching on some of them, so... First animal on the list is bees. I chose this because of the cover of Flower Boy, where there are several bees, and I mean, obviously, it's the easiest pick. I believe this could be used like Rapid Escape, where Megami could summon several at once and have an infinite supply of them. This could be used for offense or defense, with the bee stinging the opponent and letting Tyler retreat. This actually ties into my next animal, or Shikigami, being an Ouroboros. This Shikigami implies a loop, but images show it as a snake eating its own tail. So basically think of the Shikigami as a snake. I'm choosing this because of his most popular album, Igor, being a looping album. I think this could be used like how Megami uses his snake Shikigami, but with a twist. You remember how he combined Nue and Toads to make the flying toads? I'm going to say he could combine the bee Shikigami and the Ouroboros to create a kind of bee tornado, enclosing him and his opponent in a small area in the middle of it. This could create all kinds of openings for him, considering he could go in and out as he pleases, like how Megami could go in and out of the shadows in the culling games. This could trap his opponent in a confined area and easily let him hit some combos. My next Shikigami idea is a wolf, obviously for the album Wolf. I think this would be a more laid-back version of Divine Dogs, considering this alter ego of Tyler is more laid-back. I think instead of them being offensive, they would stick near Tyler and use themselves to protect him from any blows. Another idea for an animal is a buffalo, which I took from the song Buffalo. This really would just ram things like Megami Shikigami. Like, there's not really much to talk about with this one. I know I already did a wolf, but we're also going to say a dog for the song Dogtooth. To make the dogs different from the wolves though, they're going to be more offensive, making their bite poisonous because of the tooth in Dogtooth. The next Shikigami would be a cat, but not like a house cat, more of like a, you know, the little evil guys, like the ones that are like strays and have rabies? Yeah, like those guys. This idea comes from the song Tron Cat, which is one of Tyler, the Creator's more disturbing songs to date. I think with how disturbing it is, this would have to be an offensive Shikigami. It would act like the dog, but instead it would have 9 lives, so if it dies, it basically performs RCT. I know Phoenix isn't actually an animal, but I think this one is really good. In the song New Magic Wand, Tyler says this quote, "Sometimes you gotta close the door to open a window." Not only is this one of my favorite quotes, but it means you have to open a window for new opportunities. This can be seen as growth, and the best animal to represent that is a phoenix. I think this Shikigami would be used like Nue, but instead of electricity, it would be flames. I also added a little bit of a twist. Whenever it's in shadows, it would disappear and become invisible to opponents. I believe that this one would be the hardest for Tyler to tame. So after all of these, we have 7 so far, not including the 10th biggest one I haven't revealed yet. But with that comes the bad news. I'm genuinely out of ideas. I can't really think of any Shikigami that would fit him other than the ones I've already mentioned. So I'm going to leave this up to you guys. If any of y'all want to comment and share your ideas, I'd love to hear. I'll certainly reply. But before I end this, I still have to talk about Maharaga, and I also want to talk about the few that I scrapped. We hear mentions of rabbit's feet and fish in the albums Bastard and Chromacopia, but I don't want to include them because they're just one-off lines. I used the symbolism of a phoenix earlier, but this could also be shown as a butterfly in its cocoon. One that makes a mention in 2 different songs from 2 different albums is a pig, but it doesn't really work well with me. Like, I can't see the Shikigami actually doing anything. I don't think a pig could be really offensive or defensive, so I just left it out. Those are my scrapped ideas. I would love to hear yours. Okay, now onto the one you've been waiting for, Maharaga. Megami's 10th Shikigami, Maharaga, isn't exactly an animal, so I decided to make it one of Tyler's alter egos. I have 2 main ones that I'll share, first being Chromacopia. I'm just going to try to list off a few main features I think the Shikigami would have. I don't want to make it lame and say it can adapt or something, so here are its attacks. I believe it would be able to distort colors, draining the colors around it like Hanami did with the plants. This could be stored and put into one big explosion. Another power could be an on-hit attack, like Kashimo has, which could take away the opponent's ability to see colors for a short amount of time after a punch. Like, imagine losing your ability to see colors, especially in the middle of a fight. Just another idea, I think you would walk around like at the beginning of Saint Chroma, which is like a wobbly march. Now my second one is a little better in my opinion, which is Igor. I think the Shikigami would be able to cause earthquakes, obviously taken from the song Earthquake. I believe he would have a cannon attached to his arm, which would be inspired by the song New Magic Wand. The song basically talks about a new magic wand, but it really alludes to it being a gun in the song A Boy's a Gun. I believe that when around this Shikigami, it would play the song Igor's theme, kind of like how Hikari has his music. And I think it would be cool if it had strings attached to it like a puppet, which is taken from the song Puppet, that Taiyo would have to use to control the Shikigami. If I had to decide which one I like more, it would be Igor's Shikigami, but I am biased because I love that album. Like I've said though, I would love to hear what you guys think of this lineup, and with that I am done yapping. I'll see you guys next time.